Hey, it's Patty from Greenish Neighbor. It's been a couple weeks since I've kind of posted anything on Facebook Live, but wanted to do it today because I have a couple things I wanted to talk to you about. I was on vacation for a week and then came back and have pretty much been hunkered down with self-quarantining for this horrible coronavirus crisis that's going on. And I've been a little uncertain about what to do and what to talk to you guys about, if anything. But I've had a vision of how to help. Just trying to use my own little set of skills and community to do maybe a little something that I think might help the community. So kind of focusing on small businesses, and particularly these small businesses that take extra, put in extra effort to be a little more green and a little more environmentally friendly. And so wanted to tell you about a couple things that we've been doing. So anyone who knows me knows that I really don't like to cook. And so this whole for 3 meals a day for 4 people has been a little not my favorite thing. So kind of stressful, but I do think to maintain sanity and to also try to keep social distancing as best I can and as best as my family can, but also try to support local businesses. We have ordered a couple of takeout nights for dinner. So wanted to tell you about those because the first one we went to was Ruckus. Ruckus in Apex. This particular one is in Apex. I think there's a chain of 3 that are Ruckus, that are locally owned. It's a locally owned chain called Ruckus. Called up, ordered some pizzas, went to the curbside, picked it up, actually paid over the phone and tipped over the phone. Don't forget, if you're ordering these takeouts and curbside pickups, please make sure you put a tip on those because these restaurants are really struggling right now. So put that on there, pulled up to the curbside. Gentleman came out, handed me my pizzas. Here are the boxes. They're empty. But I'm just so happy with how the whole thing worked out. Didn't even get a receipt because everything was all on the phone. And so contact-free interaction there. So, and the pizza was really, really good. So the other thing I wanted, and these pizza boxes, 100% compostable. Sometimes the lids are recyclable because there's no grease on them, but like this one has a little spot of grease, and then inside it gets grease. This is the show and tell part. So there's grease inside of here, food waste. Anything that's greasy like this cannot be recycled. In the town of Cary specifically, and a lot of other towns, pizza boxes are not recyclable. They are compostable. So be taking this to the compost, which I'll talk to you in a little bit about, because I wanted to tell you about the second place we went to was we ordered dinner from our friends down at Crosstown Pub in downtown Cary. And we love Crosstown Pub. They're one of the original folks, one of the original restaurants that signed up for the Straws Challenge about 1.5 years ago, and Towards Zero Waste and Greenish Neighbor partnered to bring that with the town of Cary, to bring that event to the town. And we talked to a lot of different restaurants about reducing single-use plastic. And Crosstown Pub was so engaged with the whole thing, they actually switched over a course period of time. They switched over all of their single-use items to compostable. So if you have to have a straw there, if you request a straw, it will be compostable. If you get to-go containers from there, they're compostable. Like this one right here, it's like a paper compostable. I could even put it in my backyard bin. And then there's paper and lettuce my kid didn't eat. So these are fully compostable as well. They're kind of greasy, so not recyclable. But for 4 people, I have teenage boys, we had 5 meals, so I've got 5 of these things. And they came in a big paper bag like this. And this big paper bag is very useful as a reuse item. or it could be composted, or it could be recycled as well. The only thing out of these 2 meals that was not recyclable, and we did not get any utensils or anything like that on the side either. We just don't need any of that because we were eating at home, obviously. So the only thing that's not recyclable or compostable or anything is this receipt on the side, because it's like the material is not good for, you can't recycle that. It's got chemicals on it, so those are trash. But one little tiny piece of paper is the waste from two full meals that we ordered curbside to go. So that is the amount of stuff that we got. So it's kind of a lot. So these pizza boxes and all of this, I could put in my backyard bin, but I'm actually going to take it over to Wake County this time, because one, I can get out of my house and do an outing that only involves me going by myself somewhere, and two, I just think it's going to be a lot to try to fit into my backyard bin. So I'm going to take it out. I'm going to give you the address. It's Convenience Center, site number 4 is where I like to go, and it's on 3600 Yates Mill Pond Road. It's in Raleigh. For me, that's about a 15-minute drive, and I'm just going to put on an audiobook and head out there by myself and dump this stuff in the bins. I'm assuming it's open. I checked online. The hours still say that they're open, so I'm going to try to take it tomorrow morning. So the other thing I wanted to mention is, while we're talking about green businesses or any local businesses, I'm partnering with Greenish Neighbors, partnering with Towards Zero Waste, and we're going to be populating this directory. It's a searchable directory, and businesses will be able to put what they're doing. They are open. I just saw that. Thank you, Megan. And so, sorry. So I will be going I'm going to drop the link below after this. It's a directory that you can search. We're going to populate it. I'm going to invite a bunch of different businesses to try to put their information in it, and they can say what their new special hours are. It's going to be really catered to just this situation, and what special services that they're offering right now that could be no contact, or are they offering curbside pickup, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be just restaurants. It could be farms. It could be farmers markets. It could be like dry cleaners, anything that you think would be helpful to add to this list. I'm hoping the businesses will add themselves so that they can continue to edit it as things get updated as time goes on. This will be rolling out in the next couple days. We're just working on some last tweaks, but it's still live right now if you want to go out and look at it and see what we're talking about. And I think that that's it. I just wanted to mention all that stuff. Go to my webpage and we'll keep letting you know how to connect to that directory. Oh, and share it with other people if you could, please, too, because I know there's a lot of businesses out there that we're not thinking of and that we're missing. We're going to try to invite many of them directly, but just if you know of anyone, just tag them or forward it to them. And I just wanted to say, I hope that your family and yourself are healthy and that you are remaining positive during this time. I know it's really hard, but just I just know that my family is doing what we can to keep our social distance from people while also trying to have a little bit of sanity. So go out and support your local businesses, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.